Okay, Nico, question from Giants fans. What's our impression of the polar white dial Rolex Explorer II versus an Omega Planet Ocean? He's purchasing a gift. He wants your views. So the 42mm Explorer II is the big boys that we've had with us since 2011. Planet Ocean's been around since 2005. So you'd have to say there's a big range of Planet Oceans that span a price spectrum and a size spectrum, whereas there's really only that one Rolex to compare.
Sure. First thing I'll say is Patriots won the Super Bowl. Second thing I'll say...
Sorry, Giants fan.
Second thing I'll say is, you know, exactly like Tim said, the Planet Ocean is so vague. When I think of Planet Ocean, I think of something very large, very bulky. When I think of the Explorer II, I think of the pinnacle of a sports watch. I think of something that's incredibly versatile, something that's thin enough to be very comfortable, and I'm a huge fan of the watch. If I get into Rolex, that'll be one of the first ones that I end up getting. I actually spoke to one of my clients today about this watch. Depending on what the gift's for, who it's for, what their motivation is going to be to wear it, what else they have, to me, I would lean Explorer II. I think it's a great watch. I think it's the watch that tells people you're a real Rolex collector, not just the guy with the Submariner.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Love the Submariner. But it definitely says that you're the guy that's looking at Rolex the way he should.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of an off-the-beaten-path Rolex. So if you want to have a Rolex, but you don't want the one everyone has, it's a bit of the best of both worlds, where you get the prestige, the security of the name, the knowledge that service will be available forever and ever, at least with independent specialists. The bottom line is that the Rolex is a standard, whereas the Planet Ocean, I think you probably need someone who wants a Planet Ocean to choose the Planet Ocean in that case. The Rolex is one of the few Rolexes with a really interesting complication, 2 time zones. So you get some utility there that almost anyone can use. We all have friends in far-flung places. And here's the other thing. Like Nico said, it's a watch that has thinness and grace. And the Planet Ocean, even though there are now, you know, sub 40mm sizes for the Planet Ocean, there is no thin Planet Ocean. They're all thick, they're all chunky. And unless you're in love with that specific case profile, or you have a wrist so big that even the 6-digit Explorer II gets lost, I would say go with the Rolex. Now, the Planet Ocean, Nico, of course, will give you more case size options. You can get a chronograph, you can get a GMT, you can get it in gold, titanium, you can get it in steel, you can get it in ceramic. So there's a lot out there. You can get it pre and post caliber 8500. Pre and post caliber 9300 chronograph, pre and post ceramic bezel, pre and post ceramic case. So for selection, you can't do any better than the Planet Ocean, but I mean, why choose from many if there's one right answer?
Exactly, and that's exactly what I was trying to say with my first answer. I mean, great, there's a lot of variety, but if you're unless you're looking for the one within that variety, and that's the right answer, the vague representation of Planet Ocean versus Explorer II, there's one right answer, and it's, to me, the Explorer II, and I think to Tim as well.
Exactly. I think for me, it would be the black dial Explorer II, but I would say perhaps for me, there is also a titanium blue dialed ceramic bezel Planet Ocean out there, a specific watch of which I'm now speaking that I would prefer over the Explorer II, but that's why you have to know your subject. If you know the person's in love with, like, I don't know, a 42mm Planet Ocean in titanium, then you buy that specifically. Get them what they want. If it's just a matter of getting a great watch, go with the one that's timeless. And I think the Explorer II is closer to that than the Omega.